I'm here working on the Gazelle. Pulled out the seats, pulled out some of the trim. The goal that I was working on right now was get this side of the floor up, get the carpet up, because there's plastic ducts that run here and then run out the back here. Do they pop off there? Yeah, so you can see in there, if I get some shit out of the way, there's like a little slip-on fitting. It's been absolutely pouring while I'm in here. And as a result, oh, that's really wet. And as a result, it's real steamy, because I'm in here sweating. Yeah, so the plan is pull this carpet up, get rid of this ducting, because I don't need it, and underneath right here is some really annoying stuff. So the floor of a Gazelle it's shaped really badly. You can't fit any seats into it if you want to have a seat that isn't standard. And I want to have a seat that's not standard, which means pulling this up, chopping out some of the mess that goes on here. Pretty much what Derek and I were looking at is that you've got mounting holes for your seats right here and right here, but you've got holes here and here as well. And if we can use them and not these, because that's limiting how low we can put it. That's a good inch that we could drop if we could fit it to there. If we could drop it an inch, that lets us sit a bit more upright, and it lets my seat actually fit in the car. So I want to pull out the carpet. I've pulled out both the seats, as you would have seen in that little time lapse I did. I've pulled off some of the trim so it's out of the way. Center console. There's only so much I can do because it's on and off, like pouring rain today. I have a mad headache, but I gotta keep going. I found the perfect size radiator for it, which is exciting. Oh, actually, I haven't shown you guys all of the stuff I've done in the front of this car with the removal of things. So let's pop the bonnet. I hope that worked. There we go. Pulled out a bunch, I've cleaned up a bunch. I tried knocking this dent out a little bit, but it just split the paint and didn't really go any further. So I will leave that for another day and another person, because I want it done properly, and I want to get this whole engine bay resprayed. And that down there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Alright, I changed the camera view. But this classic leaky brake booster. How fun. This guy in here, so that's not there just to like stop wind and rain blasting in for now. That was me actually measuring up a radiator to fit in, because I want to tuck it underneath. Have a nice tucked radiator, and then if I could fit an intercooler here and have an in-bay cooler, that'd be pretty sweet. I don't yet know whether it's a good idea to do intercooler after radiator. So that's something I'll have to look into, or I'll just get yelled at in the comment section about, which is cool with me because it means I learn. But anyway, I removed the whole front bar, front end, all the good stuff. Oh, that's the other thing. Battery tray is absolutely just filth. That's real bad under there. So that'll come out and that'll get fixed. Yeah, with a battery relocation, then I've got empty space, and I can run some piping down and through. Hopefully try and make it look a little low-key, because I want to box off this whole area anyway. There's the manual steering rack, which will eventually get converted to S13. I've got Gazelle front bumper, aftermarket one. It's based off of an A86 Mad Aero. No, not Mad. Max? Oh, what's it called? Okay, it's based on MFX A86 bar, but made for S12. A lot of people call them the Brian bar. A lot of people call them the, I think it's piston brake. But yeah, it's made by a bloke called Brian, who would have thought. The only issue is that it's been sitting in a hot shed for a long time and has warped. So this whole middle section kind of droops down. The sides, they fit perfect, everything lines up mint. Obviously I'll do some repairs before I put it on. But here, there's like a decent gap between the next panel because it's sagged. So once it gets hot here, and the way I've got it sitting, because it's balancing just on this point and that point there, That'll sag back in the right direction, I hope. But let me see if I have. But that's kind of what's going on. Come on, focus. But here's my daily. It is also a Gazelle. It's also from the early 80s. Oh yeah, to fit this into this, the front Rio, I had to do some chopping, which wasn't ideal. I measured up like 4 times and I cut it once, and I haven't had to do any modifications at all. It's perfect. I'll also put a photo of that on because it fits mint. Over here are the skirts. They're just chilling in the rain. I've been placing this dude on top of that corner because he keeps warping up. The weather seems to have eased up a bit, so I'm going to keep going on this. The fire extinguisher bracket is actually nut and split washer on the bottom side of the car, which is holding it on because the top's just free spin. The spiders are actually just going so hard right now. It's terrifying. I should really get a trim removal tool. But for now, I'm just going to take it easy and do it carefully. There we go. It's all off, nothing broken. That's not even fucking plugged. That's just a hole. And he hasn't even put the clips back on this. What the hell? Oh, that's a lot of spider webs in my hair just now. Oh, that's how. Okay. Oh, where the hell do you go? Okay. Ah. This is Scrooge like bedded sideways into the deadener. Maybe that's the drainage tube for the aircon, which I don't and won't have. This is a tight squeeze. Oh, nice. Found him. How do I do that when I can't even open the door? Cool. So this, the way it currently goes, is that seat mounts there and there. But I got these guys. And then these ducts, which, funnily enough, this guy does nothing because he's not actually on. How good. Can I get him on? That's a no. This is what I'm working with. So that's quite a bit higher than that. That's limiting the height that I can lower it to. This section here, that's like on a similar angle going the whole way down. But this section here, you know, you can have it there, or you can have it up there. And if it's low to the floor, then I can fit in my seat and I'm happy. I don't really have much else to show you. This was the main goal for today. Getting trim out in the back seat, getting the carpet out, and scoping out what's going to go on with this stuff and with these ducts over here. Does that even... Oh no, that's screwed in there. I found this guy. Don't know what he is, don't know what he does. But it's got like buttons with arrows on it that go up and down. So that's kind of neat. I'm going to put my tools back in. And I'm going to go play some Seto.